So you're building a simple internal app and you think, I'm going to need a database, right? Well, not so fast. As this tweet points out, Google Sheets might be all you need. Let's see how we can use Python to access Google Sheets. To kick things off, we'll first create a project inside of Google's API Manager. I'm going to name the project Legislators because we'll be working with a spreadsheet that contains the contact information for members of Congress in 2017. Next, I'll add the Google Drive API to this project, which will allow us to access spreadsheets inside of Google Sheets for our account. Once that's added, we need to create some credentials to access the API. Since we'll be doing it from a web server, we'll add the web server option and give it access to application data. Next, we'll create a service account called Legislators and assign it the role Project Editor, which will allow it to access and edit data within the API. Clicking Continue, this will generate a JSON file that I will rename and add to the project as client_secret.json. If we open up that file in a text editor, we'll find an email address property called client_email. If we copy that and take it over to our spreadsheet, we can share the spreadsheet to that email address to give us access to the spreadsheet from the API. Heading back to the terminal, we'll use pip to install gspread and OAuth2 client packages. And then we'll create a file called spreadsheet.py, and you can open that in your favorite text editor. First thing we'll do here is import the gspread library, as well as the service account credentials from OAuth2 client. Then we'll create a scope on spreadsheets.google.com/feeds and create some credentials using that scope and the contents of client_secret.json that we looked at earlier. Then we'll create a gspread client authorizing it using those credentials. Now we can access our Google Sheets. We'll call client.open on Legislators 2017 and get access to sheet number 1. Then we'll set our legislators equal to all of the records inside of that sheet and print them out to the terminal. Let's take a look at what that looks like. So we'll run python spreadsheet.py and get this glorious list of perfectly formatted content. We can clean up the formatting of the results by bringing in Python's pprint module. Using that module, we'll create a pretty printer that we can use to display results for the rest of the screencast in a much nicer, more formatted way by calling pp.pprint on those results. Heading back over to the terminal and running it, you'll see we get much nicer formatting on our results. Since we're going to be working with more generic results moving forward, I will change legislators to result. And the first thing that we'll do is, instead of getting all of the records, we will get all of the values for an individual row. And the row I want to look at is row 6. I'm from Pennsylvania, and if we run this code, you'll find that this is Senator Bob Casey from Pennsylvania. And looking at the spreadsheet, you'll see that we indeed did access row 6. Now, what if we accessed the column values instead of the row values? Let's change the code to do that, and when we run it, we'll find that instead of returning a row, it in turn returns the column of states in column F. Instead of grabbing an entire column, let's grab a specific cell. We'll take a look at 611, and the value there is going to be Senator Bob Casey's phone number. Let's change his phone number using the update cell function and give him a much more iconic phone number. Then we'll grab the value from the sheet's cell again and print it out just to verify our handiwork before taking a look at the spreadsheet. Running the code again, we'll find that we see both his original phone number and the phone number that we updated it to. Looking at the spreadsheet, it did indeed update there as well. So we've seen how to access and update existing data. What if we wanted to insert our own row? We'll start by creating an array of strings to add to the various columns within the row. I'll say I'm updating a spreadsheet from Python. So each one of those words will go into its own column. I'll add this at index 3. So this will be row 3 that'll get added to the spreadsheet. And I'll call the insert row function and pass in both the array and the index where I want to insert it. When we head back to the terminal and run the code, we will insert a row into the spreadsheet that we can find at row 3. That's cool, but we've now mangled our legislators spreadsheet, so let's take a look at how you can delete a row. Instead of calling insert row, we'll call delete row, and we'll pass in the row that we wanted to delete, which is row 3. Running the code and heading back to the spreadsheet, we'll find that we were just as easily able to delete the row as we were creating it. One last thing, there's a lot of metadata that you can get for your spreadsheets. Here, we'll just use the client to get the current number of rows that are available in our spreadsheet. Give it a run, and we'll find that this spreadsheet contains 544 legislators. That's all it takes to access Google Sheets from Python. That's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed this, we have a lot more videos coming from Twilio. Please click subscribe so you know when they come out, and check out some of these other videos to learn more about how Twilio works. Until next time, I'm out of here.